All right, good afternoon, everyone. I'm meteorologist Mike Masco in the Channel 2 Storm Center. We're going to update you on what's been going on the last several hours. Some pretty steady, heavy snow across many locations from Baltimore City right up towards the north. We'll get you over to Maryland's most powerful in 1 second. But I want to bring you over to some of our sky cams, and we'll take you to our WeatherBug network as we take the graphics full. And we'll show you Bel Air. Yeah, snow's been coming down for a good portion of the morning hours. We'll take you down up towards Manchester, rather. And notice how heavy this snow has been during the course of the afternoon. Mount Airy, same deal. That heavy snow, cold temperatures. But now notice what's going on in Annapolis. It's been a change over to rain, and we do have some of our Facebook friends. Dino reporting Pasadena's now at rain, and Justin in Catonsville seeing some snow at the present moment. But we're beginning to see the transfer back over to more of a snow scenario. Take a look at Maryland's most powerful radar, and it's really from a line from the city on towards the south, all of Anne Arundel County, down to the Bay Bridge, Annapolis, Easton, seeing some pretty steady, heavy rain right now. But again, the division line really being 695 just outside of Towson, seeing some steady snows at the present hour. You go to the north and west out over Westminster, good thumping of snow along 70. It's a tough ride. But then down to the south and east, there is the heavy rain, and we are going to continue to transfer over to that rain during the course of the afternoon hours. Now, there's the 32-degree line I've drawn in. Anything north of that line, you're still seeing snow and at times mixing with some sleet. But to the south of that line, all of Anne Arundel County down towards Centerville, this is a heavy, steady rain, and that's what we will be watching during the course of the early afternoon hours. That line pushing towards the north, ushering in some milder air. It's a winter weather advisory until 1 o'clock for the metro area. You go north and west of town, Carroll County, Frederick County, northern Baltimore County. That advisory is probably going to go into the afternoon hours as we are expecting some freezing rain. Snow going over to some freezing rain over our northern tier, back to sleet, and then going over to snow. So here's the revised totals. Snow to rain, a coating for just about everybody to an inch in many locations. Now, there could be a few exceptions to that rule, so localized 1-inch amounts in the gray area. You go outside the Beltway into northern and interior Baltimore County, out towards Carroll County, 2 to perhaps 3 inches of snow before you go over to some ice. And then beyond that, well to the north and west, north of Thurmont, right over the Hanover Pike and out towards Hagerstown, that's going to be a 5 to 12-inch amount with some ice accretion. And I'm going to show you that coming up in 1 second. So while we're at 35 in the city right now, Annapolis is at 35 and it's 36 in Easton. That's above freezing, but we're hanging on to that 32 in Columbia. Eldersburg, a very chilly 30 degrees. So you get the gist of this. The further north you head, you're holding on to the cold air a little longer than we had anticipated. This is our ice cast model. This is dangerous. Towards the north, we are expecting, again, ice accretion could be about 1/4 of an inch. Look at Hagerstown, 1/4 of an inch of ice on top of the snow. So the further north you head, the further north and west you go of 83, it could be a dangerous ride during the course of the afternoon on the roadways. This is pretty interesting, the winds. Now, we have not seen them shift out of the east or the southeast. They've been coming in out of the northeasterly direction. That has essentially been bringing us and trapping in the cold air. We call it cold air damming, and that's what we have going on right now. Until we get that wind to shift more off the bay and more towards the south and east, that's when we're going to see a full changeover to the rain. The temperatures being so chilly, the winds that have been picking up, it feels like it's 22 in Baltimore. You go outside of town, Hagerstown, a very chilly, feels like reading of 19 degrees. So here's the storm system. Again, it's snowing out over Ohio to Pittsburgh, and then some very heavy, steady rain over the Virginia coastline, and that's the rain that will be pushing in across the area. 1 to 2 inch rainfall amounts from the city on points towards the east. Again, it's a whole different story to the north and west. That's where we will be seeing the ice. Here's your hour-by-hour forecast. Again, a mix through the 1 o'clock hour. 32 goes to 36, 36 goes to 39 around the 3 o'clock hour, and then steady heavy rains during the evening commute. Again, rain for the evening commute around the metro area, but it could be a whole different story towards the north over Carroll and Frederick County. 40 is your 2-degree guarantee today with heavy rain. It ends by tomorrow morning at 43 degrees, and then on Friday, a blend of sunshine and clouds. We're at 42, and it could be another storm a possible snowier storm for Saturday going into Sunday. And why it's going to be talking about that during the 5 o'clock edition. So again, just know north of town we'll be talking about possibility of a little ice accumulation. It's going to go all rain as we head up towards the city limits. Will be all rain rather in the city limits during the course of the afternoon. Again, ABC2news.com, ABC2 on our Facebook and Twitter account will have updates through the course of the afternoon, and I certainly will be back in another update with another update at 1 o'clock. We're going to take you over to the People's Court, currently in progress.
Want to pay for 200 gas?